How has your AAU season been so far?
My AU season's been all right. I would say they're actually pretty good. It's very competitive playing in EYBL. Obviously, I'm on the U15 U play team,
Hmm.
so we go there pretty frequently. The players on there are way better than what I probably played against before.
Hmm.
It's majority of the top guys in the country. I'd say like all the guys are ranked that I play against.
Mm.
Very good competition. I don't know.
So like, I know I didn't write this one down, but like, in comparison to like your prep season, what
Mm.
is like the biggest adjustment you had to make?
Oh, okay. My biggest adjustment was for sure getting to the basket.
Mm.
Going because me being a like my type of play style is I'm very downhill. I can get downhill, get to
Yeah,
the red finish. When you go down there, you're playing against 7 foot, 6'10", 6'11" every game. They at least have like two guys that are like 6'9", 6'10".
yeah.
So really adjust my game. So I had to really get a lot more pull-ups, floaters, dump downs to teammates instead of going up, like that type of stuff into my game.
So would you say like the gaps are harder to get into? Like are even the guards bigger? Like,
Yeah, everybody's bigger. Like me down here, I could play 1 to 3. Down there, I'm only a one.
yeah,
It's
no,
a really like height difference, I mean, and
yeah.
body difference. Really big, strong. Um, they're like just all athletic. They
Mm.
could dunk, do everything.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's some tough stuff.
That's dope. Because EYBL is definitely a big jump. And I seen you went to like the MSH TV camp. Um, how did that go for you?
Oh, that went. It was pretty. It was good. Good experience, good atmosphere. I loved it there. It's pretty much like a camp where you just go there and showcase your skill.
Hmm.
Um, that's pretty much what I did the whole weekend. I told myself I was gonna go down there and do what I do and kill, and that's what I was able to do. I was just the first game. I was like, all right, I played all right. I had 20 points. Um, Passed the ball a little too much, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Down there,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
really want to pass. So,
Every man for
um,
themselves.
yeah. And then the second game, after that first game, I just went to kill mode. I had like 35 at like 37, and then after the final game, I played against I think a top 30 ranked kid in our
Yeah,
class, and a lot of cameras were there, and I knew like we were going back and forth. It was like an ISO thing. Like,
yeah.
everybody just put it out and they just go back and forth. And I ended up dropping like 43 on him. 43 on him. Um, yeah, a lot of recruits and scouts were there after the game, came up to me and talked to me. That's the only time you really play defense is when somebody calls you out and where you really try to score, somebody calls you out, and then you do your thing.
Of course. You gotta show out.
I was just going crazy. I had like maybe like 9 threes, a
Word.
couple dunks. Yeah, he
That's
couldn't
he could have guarded you.
he couldn't guard me.
You won that matchup.
Yeah, of course. He maybe got. I started off. I think I scored. He came back, scored. I went down, scored again, and then after he just slowed down from there, and then I just locked it up. But yeah,
Nah. So with guys being ranked and all that, is that something you really care about, or is it something you just go with the flow?
I think personally, I just go with the flow. I think I will and should be ranked right now. Um, my game speaks for itself. That's why like I'm a kid that will just put up like 20 whenever you want, give you some assists,
Mhm.
rebounds, great defense. I think I'm really underrated on the defensive side. I think I play really good defense, especially on ball. And yeah, it's like I'll get to that rankings. I'll get to the rankings. I think by like around next year,
Yeah.
I'll get there. In terms of Canada rankings, I don't really care for that.
So
I
smart,
don't
smart perspective.
I don't care. I need to get out of here. I don't care. I don't care for that.
Nah, it is what it is. It's real. So
Yep.
so when did you start like hooping and like why did you fall in love with the game?
I started hooping around, I would say 3 or 4 years old. To be honest, it was just like my fun. Like my parents got me a little hoop. I started playing on it. It's like my fun from there on out. And then um I started just practicing. Like I taught myself how to play ball.
Nice.
I really taught myself how to play ball. I started just shooting, having fun. I told my parents I wanted to play competitive basketball, so they put me in house league at first.
Mhm.
I killed those kids. I killed all of them. They told me I had to go to rep.
Yeah.
Went to rep, did my thing too. I wouldn't say I was the best at that time, but I was definitely on the way up. And by maybe I started playing rep in grade 4. Maybe by like grade 7, I really like took in that I could like really do something with the game, and
Hmm.
that's love it for real. And coming from my coaches from the Brampton Warriors team I was on at that time, they were like, "Yeah, I got something special." So I just took that. Like it gave me motivation pretty much. I took it with me, and that's where I am today now.
Oh, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
super dope, bro. So, like every time I see you on Instagram or every time I was like trying to set something up, so you're
Mhm.
always in the gym. Is that something you naturally do? Is it like a chore? Is it like something you learned how to do?
That is just something I do. I've been doing. I give a lot of credit to my mom too because she's been getting me in the gym since I was young. Sometimes I don't even want to go. She would tell me to get in the gym, go outside, start shooting, free form shooting, do anything just to get better, dribbling in the basement,
Mhm.
like any. So after that, like when I was younger, I was like getting a lot like really tired. Like I didn't really want to do it every day. I didn't really want to do it a couple times a day. I didn't want to have practice every day. And then as it got into, it was like a routine. Like I really started to really like it after. Like it was just no, it was just natural at the point. By the point I was like grade 6, 7, yeah, it was just natural.
Mhm.
And I love to play the game. So like if I'm in the gym, it's just like, I'd rather be in the gym than do anything else, go out, anything. I just rather get some shots up, work on my game.
That's a key word right there. Routine. It's like a lot of the best players they have a routine. Some things
Yeah.
come second nature. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So who are some of your favorite players you kind of like look at and try and model your game after, or is it just yourself?
My favorite player is myself, obviously,
Yeah.
but some people that I really like to watch, my favorite players is Jason Tatum. I'd say probably Kevin Durant and a little bit of Brandon Ingram too. I would say Jason Tatum is my favorite player. Like I really tried to model my game after Jason Tatum,
Mhm.
and I have a lot. I would say a couple similarities with him. Like both could get buckets whenever we want.
Mhm.
Obviously, um, I think he's an underrated defender in my opinion.
Mhm.
Um, his separation game, I tried like I took every single move in his bag. Like
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
side steps, step backs, the misdirection, crossover, like everything.
Yeah.
Uh, I really like how he creates separation between the defense. Like he could really get buckets whenever he wants. I
That's
feel like,
nah, that
yeah.
makes sense.
And
So
then Kevin Durant, it's a bucket,
Kevin Durant too.
bucket, just a bucket.
Yeah. Now you can learn a lot from those guys. It's easy.
Yeah, and it's simple. That's the thing with their game is it's simple too, especially Kevin Durant. I
Yeah.
like the simple stuff. It's just a one dribble mid range pull up. Maybe it'll be a rip, go to the basket, drop, dump down, like just simple stuff.
No, that
Yeah,
makes sense, bro.
like
I think that's what makes a big difference.
yeah,
Efficiency getting to your spots, like and like that's the one thing I noticed, like watching you out throughout the year too, is like
mhm,
getting to your spots, keeping the game simple, with getting in your bag when you need to. And then another
yeah,
thing I noticed is that like your pace is really good. And like one thing that's so important as a guard, period. If you play at one speed, you're so easy to guard.
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
how did you develop that?
Bro, that's all cone work. That's all drills. That's all just being in the gym.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, just being in the gym with the trainers, to be honest. I didn't really have a really good handle and like I didn't know how to pace myself right.
Mhm.
I would say even before I got into high school, like around grade 7, grade 8, and younger. I was just always one speed. I was just like really like it was either I was going really fast, I was going my fastest, or I was really slow. Like I didn't know how to mix it up, and I noticed that it was easy to guard me. Like
Mhm.
I could tell game game. Like people would just try to force me left because that's my weak hand, and
Mhm.
they would get up into me, so I couldn't go downhill full speed. Like it made it they made it really hard for me to like um do what I do pretty much. So what I did, I started getting in the gym. I started really getting my handle work going, getting even in going to the basement, working on my handles. And then the rest, I would say the pace part is
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of just drills with trainers.
Mm-hmm.
Drills with trainers. I noticed I even did like this point guard camp type thingy with you play a couple years back, and it really helped me. Like the trainers know what they're doing.
That's tough.
Like, yeah.
That's tough. So like with that said, like what's your biggest lesson of the year so far, like like with prep and AU? Like
My biggest lesson is I would say this year it's just like this I told myself that this season
mhm,
is a development season. This is me not really caring about really dropping 30 a game, 40 a game, whatever. It doesn't matter. I could do that. I know I could do that. This is Canada basketball. It's different from the States. It's different down there.
mhm,
When I go down there, I'm dropping around 20, high teens, mid 20s around there, like lower points, obviously. So like I didn't really put that into perspective like that. I really cared to what's it called? Like I didn't really care to score as much. Like I knew it was easy for me down here.
mhm.
Um, and also like even last year, it was more me knowing coming into Excel thinking I was the guy. I was gonna be a guy. I wasn't. I had to know how to play the second row or the third row.
Mhm.
Um, because they already had a guy, grade 10. I was on the junior team, Darius. I'm pretty sure you know about him.
Yeah.
Uh, he was the guy on the team. He had the most freedom, took like shots that he was allowed to take. He was the guy. So
Mhm.
I really had to like learn how to take that step back,
Mhm.
learn my position, like my role as a player. My role last year was if I'm open, shoot the ball. If I'm not open, pass it, screen away, um, cut, anything like that. It was more so like let the game come to me instead of me like trying
Yeah.
to break down the defender or whatever. It was let the older guys do what they do and the younger guys
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean?
No, that's
Yes.
smart, bro. It's how you get in anywhere because it's like guys are so used to playing with the ball in their hands, they pick it
Yeah,
when they're not the number one option.
yeah.
Um, so what would you say like is the next step of your game? Like, yo, I need to add this going into next season.
Even through EYBL, I noticed some games my field goal percentage wasn't that high. And
Mhm.
I feel like because I was so used to getting to the basket without like contact or anything, and I could jump. I could get I like to play above the rim at certain points, which I also need to improve on. I need to play more above the rim. But I'm able to like finish over and through guys, especially playing prep down here. And that was really like difficult for me when I went to EYBL. So
Yeah.
I really did a lot of flow. I really had to like play with more pace and get to certain spots to do like floaters, pull up jumpers, stuff like that, because those guys are all just huge and athletic. They're like 6'10 and
Mhm.
35-inch vertical, bro. Like at the
Mhm.
age of 50, like they're gonna
Yeah.
swat you, bro.
Yeah.
So I had to. It was rough the first session, I would say.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough, but as the second session and third session went on, it was pretty easy for me. Like even one game, I think I had like 27 just off of like majority of my points, probably like 20 of my points being all floaters.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's just like it's something I need to get. That's something as a guard,
You
even if
need
you're
that.
undersized too, just playing basketball in general, you need to have that in your game. You
That's
need
big
to.
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, like you're one of the best guards in the country for your age. So like,
Mhm.
what would you say like is something that you want to do in terms of like making the jump? Because like you said, like Canadian prep has come a long way, but like
Mhm.
you're not really seeing 6'10" guys in the paint every
Yeah.
step of the way. Like, what do you think? Do you think you need to go down south or is just taking it one step at a time?
No, I got to get out of here. I
Yeah.
gotta go. I gotta go. I was already supposed to be down there actually, but in the summer I got hurt, broke a hand, and I didn't really want to go down there as a setback. Like I didn't want to go down there playing really like bad and stuff. You know, I wanted to. This year was all development. This is all development. Get better, get in the gym, just work. Go down there this year. This obviously this year now, and then just go kill pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm pretty much gonna be doing.
You're gonna make a move. You're gonna announce it when you're ready.
Yeah, when I'm ready.
All
Soon,
right.
pretty soon. Should
All
be.
right.
I don't think it should be later than July for sure. No, I mean not even later than June.
Okay.
Probably like what, next week, 2 weeks around
That's
there.
tough, bro. I'm happy for you, bro. Congrats on that.
All right, thank you.
Problem, bro.